Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Rebecca Sweet here. The time is 9:07 on your Friday morning, and today is the start of what will be our next couple of days of weather impact alert days. So let's jump right into the weather headlines. We're going to be seeing the potential for accumulating snow picking up across the region. And so when we say accumulating snow, I feel like it's funny for me because, you know, reading the verbiage from the National Weather Service, they say heavy snow. So technically, the term when you say heavy snow, it's factoring in like 4+ inches of snow in a matter of 12 hours, which is going to be possible. So when we say heavy snow, that's going to be moving in. But in all reality, we're just talking about a bunch of light snow that's going to be pushing in. So some areas going to be seeing in the higher elevations close to about a half a foot, maybe even over a foot of snow in some spots. So impressive snowfall totals, but it is going to be that kind of light, fluffy snow that in some situations you can probably blow around with your leaf blower, maybe blow around in your hand, not the quote-unquote typical snow that we typically see here across East Tennessee with like that kind of like wet, heavy, slushy snow. We are going to be seeing extreme cold temperatures return on the back end of this system. So that means any of the snow that does fall today and tomorrow is going to stick around as we go into the early part of next week. And I know that many schools are still out of session from this last round of snow that we had move into the region. And so probably going to carry on into the early part of next week. Now it is nice because next week we warm up a little bit. We get back into the 40s, but there still is going to be that potential for melting and refreezing. But let's just focus our attention for now on the melting part of it because we're excited about 40s. I think today we are 49 days officially away from spring. So again, slow warming trend next week, watching the potential for more precipitation arriving as we go into the middle part of the week. Right now, starting off as rain, but we'll see what we have on the tail end of that system. Still a ways away. Again, still a ways away. We look at your winter weather alerts, and we do have a winter weather advisory that is for areas shaded in purple. That's where I would say that the confidence is not as high when it comes to just how much snow we could be seeing. I still expect to see some snow, but snow accumulation totals may just not be quite as high as what they have the potential of being for areas under this winter storm warning. So where we have this winter storm warning, that starts today at 1 p.m. and it's going to go all the way through Sunday at 1 a.m. This is where we have a much higher chance of seeing some big time accumulating snow. So those are some of the alerts that we have in place. Let's jump right to your potential snowfall. So I made a few adjustments to the graphic this morning. I actually bumped up some of our numbers from what we even had yesterday. So I-75, which kind of cuts down East Tennessee right down the middle, this is where some of those counties, so let's say Union County, Knox County, Blount County, Monroe County, Loudoun County, Anderson County, it's those counties, I hate to say it, but you're kind of like in the middle ground, where some of you are probably going to be really mad and you're probably going to go, oh my gosh, we only got an inch or two of snow, which hopefully if you get an inch or two of snow, you don't complain about because I know a lot of people have been wanting snow, but some parts of these counties could see more than 3, 4+ inches of snow on some of those higher ends. So it's these counties right here in the central part of our viewing area that we tend to have, again, some more, I wouldn't say uncertainty as to how much snow, because snow will be happening. The question is, how much will you see in your area? I definitely foresee it to be enough to go sledding, which is wonderful news, make some snow cream, so enjoy some of the fun snow activities. And truly, when it comes to impacts on the roads, folks, it's more so going to be the accumulation that is going to be taking place on the roads. Roads will continue to have their temperatures drop, the snow will continue to come in, and it's going to continue to build on the roadways. And in fact, not only are we going to be seeing the potential for a lot of snow moving into the region, we also have the potential for blowing and drifting snow, which could be possible up into the higher elevations. with some gusty winds. This is all coming along with much colder Arctic air that is going to be pushing into the region as we go into your Saturday night and as we head into your Sunday. So cold weather advisory. I guess I should say, if you're planning to play in the snow, Saturday is going to be the day for it. Now Saturday is still going to be frigid, like really cold, breezy conditions. Maybe Sunday might be a solid day as well. Both days are going to be really cold. So if you are going to be spending time outside, this is where we want to remind you to dress appropriately, cover up your facial features, hats, gloves. I know that we have warming centers here that are going to be open across the region. So again, cold weather advisory in effect for areas shaded in this kind of light blue. And then we have extreme cold warnings that will be in place across the higher elevations of the Smokies. So this is factoring those very frigid temperatures that will be in place. And now that we kind of talked about snowfall totals, let's go over our Futurecast and kind of break down the timing of this snow. So let me back this up for you. I'm going to go nice and slow. So here's a look at, let's say, mid-morning by around lunchtime. So by lunchtime, we may start to see the potential for some snow right along the Tennessee and Kentucky border. So areas in Fentress County, Scott County, Campbell County, Claiborne County, Hawkins County. I know that a lot of people have been asking about early dismissal. If this happens, I mean, maybe proactively in some of those spots, they may do an early dismissal once they start to see some of this snow coming in, but I don't foresee, again, any huge impacts that are not already in place to be added to that. Then we go into the afternoon hours, so starting to see the potential for some snow pushing into the Central Valley. I'm still convinced that when I'm in the school pickup line this afternoon, maybe I'll see a few flurries. That's going to start to pick its way up into the Central Valley. Down into the Southern Valley, we may have a little bit of a wintry mix just because we're forecasting highs into the 40s. Tonight, we still watch this kind of coverage of snow start to expand across the region. Driving conditions should still be tolerable tonight as our temperatures will still be, again, still relatively mild, but dropping. So remember, we've got that Arctic air that's going to be pushing in, and then really late tonight and into the early hours of your Saturday, we see the impacts of this low pressure system paired along with this cold, moist air that we have in place. And we're going to be watching all snow. So really from late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing just nonstop snow. And for some areas, when you wake up tomorrow morning for your Saturday, it's going to be a winter wonderland. I know some people have been specifically asking, like, who's going to have a winter wonderland? Where are the best areas? So if you live, let's say, Union County, Claiborne County, Campbell County, Claiborne County, Union County, Knox County, Blount County, Anderson County, Loudoun County, Monroe County, and basically to the east, I'm going to be pretty certain that you'll be seeing some really nice snowy conditions come tomorrow morning. Areas to the west of I-75, kind of a little bit more hit or miss, but hopefully you could safely make the drive if you don't have enough snow in your area, which I still think is going to be possible to maybe do some sledding. So thankfully, most of this snow comes to an end as we go into your Saturday night and as we head into your Sunday. And on the back side of this system, we trend really, really, really cold. Forecasting highs tomorrow into the lower 20s. That's why I was debating. I was like, which day would be better to enjoy sledding? Saturday, breezy, cool, wind chill values, going to be, again, well below freezing. Similar story as we go into your Sunday. Both of those days, as long as you dress appropriately, you'll be able to get outside and do some sledding. Get outside, enjoy the snow. Groundhog Day on Monday. Thankfully, we do have 40s to look forward to next week as we get into the start of February. Right now it looks to be just rain on Wednesday, but on the back half of this system, we may see the potential for, who knows, a little bit of a wintry mix. It's still 7 days out, so we're still going to continue to watch this for you. We will be continuing to do streaming updates tonight and as we go throughout the rest of the weekend. And again, folks, share your photos with us. Enjoy the snow. Stay nice and cozy. No need, again, to really find the urgency in running to the grocery stores. But if you want to do it today, just to kind of beat the potential snow moving through, if there's errands that you typically run on the weekend, I mean, why not try and make time for it today so that way you at least have less of a potential impact and those frigid temperatures to do it more so into the weekend. So enjoy the day, everybody. We will leave you with a look at your 7-day forecast. Enjoy.